What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 113. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the Dress Fear Master, the Dominant himself, Bryant.
Live from the Black Mesa Research Facility.
We got the fanboy himself, Phaneckswhy.
What's up, what's up?
And as always, he doesn't like being called this, but I will continue to call him this, the Great Ace Attorney, Ash Destroy him.
It just makes me feel old, man. Like if you ever played the game, bro, it goes all the way back to like 200 years ago, bro. I'm just telling you.
You know what I keep forgetting to add, and I need to add it into the soundboard, is the objection.
That'd be
like sound, yeah, because
you need the objection, hold it, and don't forget about the Eureka from Edgeworth as well.
We got to add it to the soundboard because it's perfect, especially for the podcast. Because if you don't agree with something, somebody can press the soundboard, and there you go. We have that. See, it fits perfect for the podcast. So I'll add that eventually. I'll look for those things, and I know I have the objection sound effect or voice line, I guess you could say, somewhere because I used it for one of my videos. I just gotta look for it and upload it to the Discord. But anyways,
nice reference to Half-Life, Bryant.
Thank you. I'm playing it right now. So
did you get it free?
Oh, really?
Did you get it free?
Oh, I've owned it forever, but I just I just for whatever reason I just kind of got an inkling to play it like for real. Like I always tried playing it, but I never like could. I don't know, because it's an older game. Like I think it's aged pretty well, but it just back in the day, I just wasn't in the mindset to try like an old first-person shooter. So I started playing it a little bit, and that's kind of one of the things I'm currently playing. So
I saw with Half-Life 2, they updated like a bunch of things with it. It's funny, I did not pick up Half-Life 2. I should have done it.
You didn't get it for free even?
No,
Damn.
I've been
what?
I've been super busy, and then when I saw it, I was like,
you could get it on your phone. Just download the Steam. You could have downloaded the Steam app on your phone and added it to your library. It would take you 5 seconds.
I could have, but it's like it's one of those things. Like I see it, and I'm like, I'll get to it later when I get the chance, and then I forget.
Half-Life 2.
Yeah, Half-Life 2. It was free on Steam last week.
You don't know what Half-Life 2 is?
I know what Half-Life 2 is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was free.
Yeah.
It's been free It's been free several times in the past before, so it's not the.
This is the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah,
it's already in my library, so I probably bought it like a while ago.
Oh yeah, then you're fine.
For like $2 or something like that. And if anything, I'm not surprised if anybody bought like that whole Valve collection thing that sometimes will go on sale for like $20 or something like that. And you get pretty much all the Valve games, which is crazy. I love that bundle a lot.
I was gonna say what I really like about that update that they did to Half-Life 2 is that they incorporated episode 1 and 2 into Half-Life 2, so now you don't have to have like separate installs for episode 1 and 2, which is just it really speaks to my inner OCD.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that.
That's how it always should have been, honestly. Like it's silly. I have to download episode 2. Just let me have the whole thing.
Yeah.
Runs well on the Steam Deck, by the way, since you don't really need Proton. They have an actual Linux version of Half-Life, so it's hilarious.
I'd hope it runs well. I mean, it's their game, it's their platform. Yeah, I mean, come on.
One of the few games that actually runs 60 by 10 out of the box for the Steam Deck, which is funny.
Nice.
So,
I wonder why. There's quite a few that they do. At least in my library, there's been quite a few that they've done it. But we got quite a bit of things to talk about today, and we got. One topic is to take a long time because we're going to be going through the whole list of nominees for the Game Awards. But as always, before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow on Twitch if you're on Twitch. Share the channel. That helps out a lot. And let's talk about what we've been playing. I am going to start off because finally, I got to play some Dragon Quest 3. Some more Dragon Quest 3. I did a stream, and then I got to play it on my own. And man, I'm loving it. I forgot how good that game is, and just everything they've done with it. It's a true like remake. It's an amazing remake, and graphically speaking, I said this last time, and I'm gonna say this again. It's probably the best HD 2D there is in terms of a game. Like the other one that gets close is Live Alive. That's the closest I'll get to that because the Octopath Traveler 2 looks good too, but I feel like the environments in Live Alive, and especially this, which is funny enough. Live Alive is also a remake of an SNES game. Like those two games just are top tier when it comes to quality. But Dragon Quest 3 in terms of remake, the whole world is redone. They've added more like aesthetics and making things look more like a living world, I guess, for lack of better words. And
is DQ3 SNES game?
Technically NES, but then it was remade for the SNES. And there's also a GBA port. Not GBA, Game Boy Color port. And then of course we got the mobile and Switch versions as well. So DQ3, there's technically four different versions of DQ3. All are native. None of them are like ports, if that makes sense, because they were redone from the ground up.
Yeah.
And fan, I think your noise suppression just like shut off or something, because I can hear your fan. But yeah, DQ3, highly recommend it. If you haven't picked it up yet, definitely do it. Like I got to one of the saddest stories inside DQ3. That's very sad. DQ3 has a lot of sad things in it. Just to say, it's very very like depressing at times. But I got
Have they added any new stories into it yet?
I was watching Geekdom 101 play, and there are some new story elements that they added in there.
Okay.
Some of the stuff that he was on already were new. As far as what I've done, none of it has been new so far. But we'll see. Outside of like the monster catching mechanic, which is just very simple. But yeah.
Okay.
What about you guys? What have you been playing? Let's start with you, Bryant.
How you doing, man?
So like I said, I've been. What'd you say?
Oh, just someone in the chat said hi.
Oh, hello. I like I said, I've been playing a little bit of Half-Life in bed, just on my Steam Deck or whatever. What else? I really haven't been playing much lately. I've been really pounding out Metaphor Fantasio, really trying to start to process that. Nothing really new to say about it than that I said before. We kind of got into it a good deal of the last podcast, so I won't really talk about it too much more at this point. And yeah, I really feel like that might be it. I feel like I was playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth too, but I think that's still the same as I was playing last week. So yeah, nothing new to report than what I already talked about last week.
What are you, Ash?
Just been going through backlog of games I need to finish upon. So for a good example, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm downloading Code Vein onto my Steam Deck so I can finish up that game, and then I'm also
Isn't that anime Dark Souls basically?
Pretty much. And then I'm also trying to go back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and at least beat the final boss, so I can say, hey, I beat that game. But I don't know. I'm worried once I launch that game, I'm gonna realize, holy crap, I'm missing all these blades I need to collect, and probably gonna continue where I left off, where I'm trying to 100% everything. So
No, I gave up.
I'm still. Yeah, I'm still on the dilemma for that. But other than that, I've just been trying out like several games on the Steam Deck and see how they run and everything and stuff. So one of them was Resident Evil 0. Apparently, I need to get a custom build of Proton for me to run that, which wasn't hard at all. But yeah, just trying to go through backlog games, trying to clear those out and everything before I move on to new games. And I did more progress in Brothership as well, which still finding the issue where people are having with the whole Luigi logic system within the game itself being too handholdy. It's more like once you go to the second island, you pretty much got to figure out most of the stuff yourself, and sometimes give you hints on what to do and everything. So I'm still finding it hard for people saying that the game is too handholdy with the Luigi logic mechanic or something like that. But that's pretty much it for me.
What about you, fan?
I finished Gravity Circuit finally, 100%ed it. So that was fun for a while.
How'd you like it overall?
They give you enough to where you can like play different ways, because you have like each time you beat a boss, you get 2 abilities that you can purchase. You're not required to use them, but you can buy the ability if you want to. But then they also have like they call it a palette chip, so it's like it's hidden throughout the stages where you can change your color and it would give you a different ability. Like one of them would let you air
it's like
dash.
Mega Man.
Yeah, but like again, you have to buy it, so you're not required to use it if you want. You don't want to. If you want to double jump, you have to equip a chip to do double jump, and you can equip up to 3 chips and up to 4 special abilities. So I just like finally I 100% it to where I was able to buy all the abilities, all the special moves, all the different colors. Like the last color is basically like all the abilities of all the other colors combined. And there's one color that basically makes you take double damage. So like that sucks.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked Gravity Circuit for what I've played, but I don't know. I just couldn't super get into the melee aspect of it. That it's not a shooter; it's a melee game, and it's good. But I don't know. It's just that old school Mega Man person in me. It's just kind of like this is Mega Man, but it's not Mega Man.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Like, I enjoyed it, and I think
I
it's
like the
that
grappling
one.
hook though.
Yeah, the grappling hook's pretty cool. But I can see that. Like, I get like that with a lot of games where they're big fans of a game that came before. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is funny. That's like one that I'm playing it, but in my head is like, wow, I want a new
Castlevania 3.
Castlevania. Yeah, like I just want a Castlevania game, even though it's Castlevania by nature. In my head, it's just like it's not called Castlevania, therefore it's not Castlevania. But Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is still a really good game. I enjoyed it. And there's some other games like that. Azure
Wait.
Gunvolt was another one.
Is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, is that the 2D one, or is that the 2.5 2.5?
No, the 2D one is Curse of the Moon is the like NES style one, and then
Yeah, that's
Ritual
what I
of
was
the
thinking.
Night
Okay,
is the more like
2.5D. Yeah, I
yeah.
platinumed that a long time ago, but yeah, I enjoyed that game. That game was really good.
Yeah, exactly. David Hayter, aka Snake, is in that game, which is kind of cool. It's always nice to hear David Hayter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, voice is iconic. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I get that with some games as well, and I guess it is what it is. We'll never get a lot of the games that we used to love again, but whatever. Like Breath of Fire, that's another one that just will never show up, unfortunately.
Also, going back to what you were saying about how Dragon Quest 3 looks on the re-release or the remake of it.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Player One podcast, I want to say, and they reminded me of you because they said the exact same thing, that it's like the best looking version of HD 2D, and that it's really gorgeous. So
Yeah.
you're not alone thinking that.
Yeah, like I have every HD 2D game that they've made, right? I have Octopath Traveler 1, I have 2, I have
Triangle Strategy.
Triangle Strategy, I have Live Alive. I love the HD 2D games. And out of all of them that I played, this is definitely the best looking of them all. And
they kind of had to.
Yeah, true. They had to, and it's funny because going from Live Alive back to like Octopath Traveler 2, which Octopath Traveler 2 was after, it still didn't look aesthetically as good as Live Alive, which I don't
need to
know.
play Live Alive.
It's really good.
Same here.
That's good. I played the demo and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's really good. Like I think like it's probably not my favorite, but like I don't know. There's just something about it that each scenario plays different, and that's what I just really enjoy about it. Each scenario is totally different. It's
and it's the first time it's in the US, like ever.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that has fan frozen right now?
Yeah, fan's pretty frozen on my
screen too.
But right. I like this. Let's keep it like that.
Yeah, it looks like he's clipping his fingernails, I think.
No.
Yeah, you're still frozen.
Sweet. Yeah. Stylish fan. I love it. But there's one thing I forgot to mention though, is that I did mention that like I booted Resident Evil 0 on the Steam Deck. Note to self: if you're going to start playing Resident Evil 0, make sure you're dedicating your time to it, because if you take a break from it, you will get lost.
Yeah.
So at that point, I may have to restart my game because I'm like, where am we supposed to go? Where is this hypnosis? Where are we going? So yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, a lot of people hated on 0, and maybe it's because it was the first game I beat on GameCube, but I really enjoyed Resident Evil 0.
Oh no, I enjoyed 0. I just took a break from it. It's just that when I came back to it, there was like no like inbuilt system where they tell you the last where you left off, you did this and that. Like you don't even know
missing quality of life things.
Yeah, like you don't even know what you're doing. Like you know you're Billy or
like a classic RPG.
Rebecca,
Alice?
but you're just like
Rebecca.
but you're just like, where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to unlock this door or do this?
Rebecca Chambers, right?
Yeah,
Rebecca Chambers.
And Billy
I love both characters. It just was one of those things I just took a break from, and I'm like, damn, that is a mistake that I shouldn't have did.
What was the other character's name in Resident Evil Code Veronica? It was Claire and who? It was a dude.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. Yep. Steve something. I forgot what his name was.
Steve Sanders. Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, He was what is it? He had a line that I always used to laugh about. I keep forgetting. It's like early on in the game where towards the end
Was
of
it
when they're leaving the jail.
Angeal?
No. I love that line too. No, it's Gungaga. Gungaga.
Gaga. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Gunganga.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. We need a, I mentioned Code Veronica, and it just makes me sad that we still don't have a Code Veronica remake. Like, I'm the only person that thought that we should have gotten Code Veronica remake before Resident Evil 4. A lot of people were happy with Resident Evil 4, which I'm happy with it. I enjoyed it, but I really wanted a Code Veronica remake.
Well, Code Veronica definitely needs it more just because that came out in the Dreamcast era, whereas Resident Evil 4 really stood on its own as a GameCube game. I guess the only thing that could be said is that like the gameplay of Resident Evil 4 is a lot more contemporary than the gameplay of Code Veronica, but they could redo it and maybe make it a little bit more contemporary.
I mean,
But
they did it with
it definitely
Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm pretty sure 4 was still the most popular Resident Evil game of all time. Even after Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake even came out, people still flock back to Resident Evil 4. So
it's so good. I mean, it's so replayable.
It's a good game. It's a really extremely good game. So it makes sense for that to get a remake.
It's because they're not true Resident Evil fans, right? They can't deal with Mr. X following you the whole time, right? People. You know how many people probably quit because Mr. X is following you nonstop, and then you actually have puzzles to deal with.
I'm pretty sure people just want to suplex freaking zombies in the game rather than getting followed by Mr. X. You gotta remember the nuances in 4, bro. There's so many cool things, memorable things that age like fine wine in 4. OG 4, by the way, not even remake 4.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the thing is, this is one of the few games that like survived throughout 3 to 4 generations. It started from GameCube, then it went to like 360 PS3 era, then it went up
PS4.
to PS4, Xbox
Now it's
One
remade.
and stuff. It's crazy. And it's on PC. So I'm just saying, bro. Objectively, it was a way more popular game than Code Veronica. That's why I get
protection.
Yeah, because it was a good game.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
it's not I guess. I'm just saying, bro, people will praise it as like it's a holy gospel or whatever.
Developers don't make games just for you, James.
I'm just saying.
They do. They do. That's why I got Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. See? They made it just for
me. But not Breath of Fire.
Just for not Breath of Fire, yeah. That's because Capcom, see? That's why they remade it Resident Evil 4 versus Code Veronica. See? Because Capcom doesn't like me. Because I keep wanting Breath of Fire. That's why.
I'm pretty sure they'll eventually remake.
You can't say
Code
that,
Veronica.
dude, because they're re-releasing SNK Capcom versus SNK2.
That was just for you.
So, that was
I mean, they're going down the line. Eventually, Code Veronica is going to come out, but Breath of Fire 4, I don't know. There's no hints about that.
Well, I think the rumor was that they're going back to Resident Evil 1 for a remake. I believe that was the latest rumor. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I saw.
Be okay with that. They remade 1 in like the Resident Evil 2 style. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that too. I mean, I'm fine with the way Resident Evil 1 is now. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not good enough at it.
If they want to remake it into 2 style or 3 style, then that's fine by me as well. So,
but they kind of had I liked in Resident Evil 5 on the DLC when you go into Spencer's mansion, you have the option. I think, what is it? If you walk out the front door like 3 times, it changes the camera angle to be over the top. I'm not sure if you guys knew about that, but like, because Resident Evil 5 is over the shoulder, right? Or just Resident Evil 5 camera angle is like Resident Evil 4, but if you open the door 3 times at the front of the mansion, it switches the camera angle to be like Resident Evil 1, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the bird's eye view type of deal. Yeah. I always like that. I mean, it's
that's a cool Easter egg there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh man, classic gaming. But let's go ahead and start talking about some of the smaller news before we get into our main topic. And one of them actually took me by surprise, and that is Final Fantasy XIV. It was announced that it's going to be a mobile game as well. We have Final Fantasy XIV Mobile coming out. There is no ETA on that yet. It was just announced and it was showed off, and we have a little bit of news on what it's going to be like. One of it is that it is going to cover basically A Realm Reborn, so like the first chapter in Final Fantasy XIV. You will have all the main classes that were available there. The level cap will be 60. And there was something else on there. They said it's going to be story focused for A Realm Reborn, but I don't know if that means that they're not going to have as many side quests or they're not going to add all the side quests. I'm not too sure. But in terms of like the gameplay they showed, it looks exactly like Final Fantasy XIV. Like, they're going to have the primals in there. The story beats they're having are all going to be there. Gameplay looks exactly like the main game, just that it's mobile, I guess. There is a new studio called Lightspeed Studio who's actually developing it. And one thing that Yoshi P did say is there aren't going to be any gacha mechanics. Meaning it's not like Black Desert Online, the mobile version. If you ever play Black Desert Mobile, there's a lot of gacha stuff in there, which makes it a little bit different from the actual Black Desert on like PC or console. This is not going to be like that. They want you to experience the beginning story of Final Fantasy XIV on Realm Reborn. What do you guys think about that? A high-end MMO on a phone.
So I haven't like I did hear some things about it already, but I didn't bother to look further into it. I'm assuming this is not going to be like cross-plat between mobile and PC. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, they haven't mentioned that. I would assume not because they said it's only a Realm Reborn. They're not gonna have like any of the expansion packs in it.
I'm thinking this is good for people that pretty much don't have time to sit on the computers and play the game and enjoy the story. So it's rather of, man, I'm always outside of my home and stuff on the train or on the bus or at my cubicle or something like that. And if I just want to like look at a quick story beat of FF14, then there you go. That would be your solution. And I'm hoping that's not the only reason you should get the mobile version, because there's a lot of missed opportunities that they did with 14. For one of the good examples is providing more voice acting to like the dialogue that you're reading. I think it will further enrich the story if they do add that. So with the mobile version, since they're only doing a Realm Reborn, they should add a lot of voice dialogue to it. I know it will be a hefty price to pay, especially with all the with the amount of space it will take up, but I feel like if you want to like further grab people into FF14, I feel like you need to add a lot of small little enrichments to the story itself in order for the customer to enjoy the game better. So that's my take on it.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Final Fantasy XIV is probably at the top of my list of games that I wish I could get into so bad. Like my brain just, it's too complicated for my brain, and I want to love it because I love the aesthetic, the music. I love Final Fantasy. I love the idea of it, but it's just, there's just so many systems, and I just always feel like I'm playing it wrong and I'm not doing something right and I'm being inefficient. So I think it's rad that it's coming out for people that are into it. And if you want to play it on mobile, more power to you. It's just something that unfortunately I'm not, my brain can't do it for some reason.
Well, I mean,
I'll
like
probably play it, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Because I actually was playing it for a while when they were doing that free month, like the trial for like 30 days. And I got into it for those 30 days, but I'm like, I really don't want to pay $20 a month to keep playing this game.
Yeah.
So since the mobile one's basically going to be free, like I'll probably, pop it on.
I think like if they keep it free to play and it's just like the main story, I think it's a good way because the story of Final Fantasy XIV is really good. Like it's a really high quality Final Fantasy story, and if they add the expansion packs, because it just gets better. Like after Realm Reborn, once you get to Heaven's Ward, like the story just gets so much better overall. I think it would be pretty cool that if they just continue to add that, and maybe Brian, you might get into it and just do the story, just to understand the story and have like the normal Final Fantasy mechanic versus having to go ahead and grind for dungeons and loots and all that other stuff. I mean that's the way I see it. Like if it can give me the story and me not have to worry about grinding for better gear, I'll get into it.
Isn't Realm Reborn considered the worst story though?
It is. Really. It's the worst of all of them. In terms of like all the expansions, it's definitely the worst, but it's still a very good story. If that makes sense.
It's a really huge exposition to what's to come after a Realm Reborn. If that makes sense. So it's important for you to look through it, at least understand what they're telling you, so that way when you get into Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringer, what's the last one?
Stormblood, Shadowbringer, and Walker,
and then there's Dawn Trail and stuff. Realm Reborn is pretty much the story, the biggest exposition that's going to pretty much help you explain what's going on all the other expansions and stuff.
It's world building,
but pretty much basic world building. And as for mobile, I haven't seen a single video of this, but assuming that since you're going to be mostly on touchpad, I don't think they're gonna have you do too much when it comes to with your character. When it comes to the amount of skills, the amount of stuff you get to do, I think uh it's just playing that stuff on phone and having all like 15 to 10 keys to do a certain skill is going to be troublesome because you might you might want to fat fingering something because I'm just trying to compare what a layout will look like on PC and just copy and paste that onto mobile. It's not gonna translate well. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna pretty much simplify it further so that way it'll be easier for newcomers to play it. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, Brand.
Yeah, like they showed the trailer they showed is like graphic fidelity. Like they show how it's gonna look graphically, which looks on par with what you would get on PC for the most part, or at least how it looked when it first came out on like PS3 or PS4, which is pretty good, pretty good. But like Ash is saying, there's a lot of like timed inputs in that game. You have to count like seconds in when, like, let's say Titan, for example, is jumping and you have to move side to side, and there's just so much going on that it would be difficult on just touchscreen control. So I'm be curious on how exactly they implement that, because touchscreen, as we know, touchscreen controls are not the best. They're not like super accurate per se, especially for like timed inputs. Sometimes there can be a delay. Sometimes the touch doesn't register from your finger. There's all that stuff that you gotta really take into consideration. So I am curious to see how that's going to play out overall. I guess we'll have to wait till next year till they show some more stuff. But if they do add all of A Realm Reborn, towards the end of A Realm Reborn, we do have like the Crystal Tower stuff where you visit the Final Fantasy III Crystal Tower, which is, of course, the end of the Final Fantasy III. So there's that in there. Maybe, Brian, you might get into it and get to that part. You might enjoy it.
No, but here's the thing though, it's not the story, it's nothing. It's just like, okay, you have like this materia system, you have like the weapon skills, upgrades, the battle system with this system, the parties, I can't even think of all the systems I've seen. It just overwhelms me. There's just so much,
Yeah.
Maybe they'll probably have to simplify it for mobile.
Yes. They're going to probably simplify everything to make things easier because...
You want to know the MMOs I could get into? Phantasy Star Online. That was the MMO I could get into because it was so basic. You just equipped your weapons, you went out there, you button mashed, you killed things, you got stronger, then you bought a double lightsaber. Like, I understood that I could under, this is just so much more.
Phantasy Star was definitely a lot more simpler than FF14. I can tell you.
Did you ever play RuneScape?
No, but I played Terra, and I kind of liked Terra because I liked how the battles were kind of real time.
Yeah,
I remember Terra. Rest in peace of Terra. Yeah.
I asked RuneScape because I figured everybody played RuneScape at one point, or at least everybody in our age bracket.
Not me.
You never played RuneScape either? Oh man,
I used to.
That was like the first.
It wasn't dedicated. I wasn't dedicated to it. I was like once a month if I feel bored or something.
Yeah, that was like my first MMO. You could say I got into, like, me and like all the kids at the time were playing it. And I played for quite so many years, all the way until they like redid the like graphics engine to whatever it got into. Like it became like it looked better overall, and I was like, oh man, look at these graphics, they're so amazing. Yeah, those were the days. But anyways, Final Fantasy XIV Mobile. No release date on that yet. We will be keeping an eye on that because I'm actually very interested to see how this goes and how well it is, because at one point, I don't know if anybody remembers, but Final Fantasy XI was supposed to come to mobile, and that never came out to be. They had showed screenshots. At least here they're showing video footage, but they had showed screenshots of what it was going to look like, and yeah, they just canceled the project overall. PlayStation Portal got an update that actually makes me sort of regret selling my Portal, and that is the ability to be able to play cloud. So yes, finally, rather than it just being a remote play machine, you can now play games directly from the cloud, which is nice. This is something that I thought would have came out at launch, but they didn't. But they added it later on, which is cool. So PlayStation Portal users not going to play their games on the cloud. Is this going to change anybody else's mind on buying the PlayStation Portal? I don't know. Like,
dude, I've seen some people sell them on Facebook Marketplace for like reasonably priced.
Yeah,
like $100.
I sold mine for $150. Like, I couldn't get.
I have it.
You have the Portal?
Yeah, and the playing on the cloud it's unbelievable how well it plays.
Yeah,
it plays so good on the cloud. It's pretty remarkable. I mean, my PS5 is hardwired, so I get pretty good performance through that. But when I was going to play on the cloud, it's just really crazy thing. If you just have like a decent internet connection, like you're going to have full blown PS5 games on your Portal and they run pretty damn well. Yeah. The only real criticisms I have of the Portal and their nitpicks is I wish the thumbsticks were a little bit more full motion. I've said before, they're in between like a Joy-Con and a real DualSense joystick as far as like how much motion they have and how big they are. And so I wish they're a little bit more on the DualSense side, but they're serviceable. They're certainly better than like a Backbone 1's control sticks. And then also I wish the screen was OLED really bad. Like it's fine. Like it's a good quality LCD. It really is. But if that baby was an OLED with full joysticks, oh man, that would be a crazy device. But yeah, no, playing on cloud is it's really good actually.
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation's cloud gaming is pretty good. Like when what was it called before? PlayStation Now. When PlayStation Now was a thing, I remember playing Sonic Unleashed through the cloud, and I was like, oh wow, this works actually pretty good. I did like Sonic Unleashed and a couple of other games directly through the cloud on the PS4, and really had no issue playing them. They played well. Sonic Adventure 2, that was the other one. Hey, the real Maryland Monroe, thank you for the follow. So yeah, like playing through all of that, like I really enjoyed it, and like I say, I kind of regret now selling my PlayStation Portal, but we'll see, because I feel that PlayStation Cloud streaming in general is going to come to like every device sooner rather than later, because PlayStation little by little, I feel they're becoming more multi-platform, and they're going to want to have their stuff everywhere as they focus more on services. But Ashton, fan, is this going to make you consider buying a PlayStation Portal?
No.
Yeah, it's not for me. And then if I want to do PS Remote Play, I got this. So
I feel that when it comes to things like this, you two are the ones to ask, because like me and Bryant, for the most part, especially Bryant will buy anything gaming related. Me, I try to buy everything gaming related. So you two, though, I feel like you're more reserved on saying if you're, interested in it or not.
I'm perfectly happy doing this.
Yeah, that works.
That works too. That's way less cheaper than probably the Steam Deck option. Honestly, I don't know. It depends on the cost on the phone, if anything. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the Game Awards. We're gonna go ahead and go through the list of Game Awards nominees.
Do we want to know who won last year?
Sure. Go ahead and mention who won last year while I go ahead and get everything set up.
It was Brian.
Yeah, Brian's actually
Brian won last year
with Jeff Keighley, so he knew who was going to win.
And then you got second.
And I wasn't even here for the game. I came later in the Game Awards because I was in freaking Uber in Florida streaming with you guys, so I wasn't even here for a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Hold on one second.
I in all honesty, I really don't want to watch this year's Game Awards just because.
Why, you worried about a certain thing that might become Game of the Year?
No, just not even that, because it's like it's not really a Game Award, to be honest. It's trailers, commercials, a bunch of talking, and then you just ramble on the award winners like really quickly.
Can you guys see?
Not really an award show.
My screen.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure, because I don't have that. So let me switch to the scene and hopefully everything plays out.
That's why I'm not like looking forward to it, because like I really don't want to hear him talk, for one. and again, it's not a Game Award show. You're like half like 2/3 of the categories he just runs through them real quick, like back to back.
That's true. Like last year, he was super quick on a lot of that stuff, and a lot of people didn't like that. It was very, very disrespectful in terms of that, because it was just, like you said, like back to back. It was just a quick rush, like, oh, the nominee for Best Indie, Sea of Stars, but there was no award ceremony, like, which I feel like it was kind of disrespectful. You rather go to the things that are getting paid. You gave Kojima a whole segment, right? But you don't give like
freaking 20 minutes.
Like, yeah, it's. But anyways. All right, so here we have it. The way we're going to do this is we're going to do it, I believe we did the same way last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I have bad memory. But we'll pick who we think is going to win, but who is our choice, like our favorite out of these choices. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I think you're on mute, Bryant, because I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. We should do who we think is going to win, who we want to win, because they're definitely two different things.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, exactly. Because I feel I don't know. I don't want us to just pick who we think is gonna win. I want us to give like our own opinion and our own thoughts on who we want. So
but the game will be based on who we think will win. That's what the game will be based on.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. What do you guys want to start at? We're gonna start at the bottom and then kind of go there. You want to start? Because we're not gonna do best esports team or athlete. Do you guys want to do best esports game? You want to choose that or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
Let's see what the choices are. All right. So we got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and Valorant.
Valorant. Yeah.
For my roommate, I'll do League of Legends.
League of Legends. What about you, Brian?
I guess if I have to choose one, dude, I don't know. Actually, okay, there we go. Okay, so my buddy is way into Dota 2, so I'll say I want Dota 2 to win, but I'll say League of Legends is gonna win.
Okay, I'm gonna say both of my picks would be Valorant. I don't know, because I feel like Valorant's gotten more popular throughout the years. Yeah. Let me see. Do I gotta go next or previous? No, I gotta go previous. I don't know any esports. We'll skip content creator. Because I don't know these people. The random encounter's not on there, so we skip it. Most anticipated game. How many choices are there? Oh, yeah, there should be 5. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yotai, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metro Prime 4, Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Man, that's just for Bryant. Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, man.
I'm picking it to win everything. No, I'm kidding. Okay, what is this most anticipated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if there's a Keeley weight on this. Because if there is, I think we all know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
I want Metro Prime 4, but I feel Death Stranding.
Yeah, same here. You know, I want Prime 4 to win it, honestly. But for some reason, it's probably going to be Death Stranding 2 or GTA 6. It's one of those two.
You got to choose one. You got to choose one who you think is going to win.
You got to pick one, man.
Yeah, I'll say before Prime 4. Hopefully, we might get a new trailer. Who knows?
Okay. What about you, Bryant?
I am going to say my heart. What I want to win is Death Stranding. Yeah. I want Death Stranding 2 on the beach to win, but I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win.
Yeah. I want Metro Prime 4 to win. That's my most anticipated. Like I want Metro Prime 4, but I agree. I think Grand Theft Auto 6. Just because if you look at the voters, like I don't know what you would call them, guild or whatever you want to call them, the people who are actually like not like casting these votes, I feel a lot of them are more casual people. They probably don't even know what a Metroid is, right? Like,
what'd you say? Did you want in? What do you think will win, Brian?
GTA 6, he said.
Okay,
you're on mute again.
I want Death Stranding to win, but I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win.
Okay. Yeah, it really just depends if Keeley is going to have any weight onto the voting, because if Keeley is playing a thing into this, Death Stranding 2 is definitely going to win. If not, GTA 6.
Kojima's like, if you make anybody else win but me, we're breaking up.
He's like, you're uninvited to my birthday.
Yeah.
Nani?
He's like, we're gonna take you out of Death Stranding 2. You won't have a quest like you did in Death Stranding 1. They'll do an update directly on Death Stranding 1 to remove his little quest line.
Yeah.
All right. Best adaptation. We got Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Definitely not Like a Dragon Yakuza. What? That sucked. Like,
yeah, I could tell by the looks of it.
Yeah, it was bad, very very bad. Like, and it's not even like it just sucked.
I think Arcane, to be honest.
You think Arcane?
Yeah.
I feel like Fallout's
actually
gonna win.
Now I thought about it, definitely Arcane's winning that one. Arcane's winning. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Fallout is gonna win, but I haven't watched the latest season of Arcane, so
I'm going by the basis on what's being talked about the most, and it's always Arcane that's being talked about.
Okay.
Always that show. So I have no doubt in my mind that Arcane's gonna win.
All right. What about you, Brian?
I haven't seen Arcane, but I heard it's just absolutely a masterpiece.
It is beautiful looking.
Yeah, I haven't. I've watched like most of Fallout, and I really have enjoyed it. But just kind of based on what I've heard and everything, I'll say I want, and I think Arcane is going to win.
Okay. So I think Fallout's going to win, but I like Knuckles. Knuckles is just Knuckles. That's just me.
So I still have yet to watch the series. Was it actually good?
It's pretty decent.
Pretty decent. Okay.
Yeah, I think there was one review that said Knuckles is barely in the show. I think that's kind of false. So he's in there quite a bit. But yeah, the real like centerpiece is I forget what the guy's name is. The guy who's with Knuckles the whole time, which is not a bad thing. Like I enjoyed it. Like Fallout, I enjoyed too. My wife really enjoyed that. And like I said, I haven't watched the newest season of Arcane, so I can't really say. So I can't really mention
I don't even
that.
have to watch the newest season. Like even season 1 is like so good on its own.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of shows that season 1 is great, and then season 2 becomes like horrible. I've seen some. There's a show called From that I've been watching, and season 1 was amazing. Then season 2 came, I was like, wow, this is kind of boring. And then season 3, which is playing right now, is finally picked back up, which is nice. All right, let's move on to best multiplayer. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, or Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2.
That's what's the category? Oh, okay, fair. I mean, that is a fairly vague thing to choose, but what? Like you put one fighting game into the category, you put one party game into the category, you put one PvE into the category. It's just you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, actually, I think Space Marines also counts as PvE too, but still, yeah. This is a really weird.
Yeah, like Tekken 8 being on there. That's kind of weird.
You would expect Tekken 8 to be part of best fighting game category.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a extremely weird selection. But
maybe they added it in there just so it could be in there.
Maybe
so it could be in the awards. Like
I think it's nominated for something else on this list.
Yeah, but
that's just weird.
But
whoever makes these nominations, who are the people that makes these nominations are freaking
like
you need to get checked. You need to get checked.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they just slapped some stuff together and be like, all right, here's your nominees. Like that's what it feels like to me. This is like a whole makeshift selection of games. But in my heart, I want Jamboree to win. But
me too.
As to who I think will win,
it's COD.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the normie pick and say COD. So,
all right, same thing. Black Ops 6, but I like Jamboree. Jamboree is my pick. But like Black Ops 6 is what I think is gonna win. But like my personal favorite is Jamboree.
Personally, I don't want Black Ops 6 to win. If Space Marine can win this one, that'd be nice. Because I heard
what you want and what you think.
Yeah, which is your heart.
What do you want to win and what do you actually think will win?
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So what I want to win is Jamboree, but what I'm saying is I hope Black Ops 6 doesn't win, but instead Space Marine wins.
That doesn't answer the question.
Yeah,
he thinks Black Ops 6 is gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's like adding a caveat in there, like, but I hope they don't win.
He's got two choices.
Yeah.
Like, no, you gotta pick one, man.
What do you mean? I said I think he's gonna win, but I don't want them to win. Like, you guys don't understand? like no?
Jamboree is his choice.
I don't need that second half of your answer. I just need the first half. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying my piece, man. Damn. Like,
go. What about you, Bryant?
I think Helldivers is. I want Helldivers to win. And I think Helldivers is going to win.
Okay. So the guy who made us buy Jamboree does not want Jamboree.
Is anybody that has watched our last streams and watched me in last place throughout the entire thing? And do you blame me for having a grudge, James? Come on.
That's
I got last place last stream. So
yeah, he did.
Thanks for taking my place.
Hey, but like both Bryant was bullied last stream by the CPU, and then Fan was bullied last stream by the CPU. It was like,
and I still go on up getting last place.
That's true. Oh man. All right. Best sports / racing game. I feel like that's two different categories, but whatever. You want to skip this or?
Yeah, let's skip it. I don't really care for these.
Yeah, I vote to skip. I don't care.
I don't play any sports games.
All right. Best sim / strategy game. Unicorn Overlord's on it, so we're gonna go Unicorn Overlord.
I'm aiming for Unicorn, but it's not gonna.
Or what you want, or what you think.
What I want and what I think.
Both.
It's Unicorn Overlord, yeah. Because nobody know. I never heard Mana Lords. Kinutsu
Tagami is
really. Yeah, I'm actually going with James. I Frostbite 2. I heard slight things about it, but I heard nobody talk about that one.
Kinutsugami is a really good. It's a Capcom game, which is surprising.
Yeah. I feel like
it's the one that kind of looks like a feudal Japan version of like what was that Ghost something game on PS5.
Not Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghostwire.
Oh, Ghostwire.
And yeah, it's like Ghostwire and like Onimusha like together.
Well, Ghostwire is totally modern and in first person. Kinutsugami is like a
it's like third person, but it's like the use of like what they do, like ghosts and yokai and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's like a tower defense game, I think.
Unicorn's still gonna win though.
I think it is. Yeah, I think Unicorn's gonna win. Like, it's my game of the year. That's my game of the year. Unicorn Overlord.
Oh wow.
Still. Okay. I mean, actually, Dragon Quest 3 is technically, but Unicorn Overlord is like right there with it. It's an amazing game. I'm telling you, if you have not played Unicorn Overlord, you gotta play. It is really, really good. Story amazing. The voice acting amazing. The mechanics amazing. Graphics and amazing. Like,
if you don't believe them, just try the demo. It's literally on the Switch.
So the demo's I think 8 hours, 7 hours of play, and in that 7 hours, I thought, oh wow, like I got, close towards the end. No way, like I've played after that 7 hours. I think I'm like 30 hours in, and I'm just past like the first part of the game, which is crazy. Like you go after that, you branch out to like different regions, and there's like more. Oh man, it's so good. You gotta play it. All right, what are your guys' pick? I know Ash said Unicorn as well.
I'm gonna say Age of Mythology is what I think is gonna win, and I want Unicorn to win.
Yes, Unicorn power. And what did you say, Fan?
I honestly haven't like played any of these games, so.
Breaking news, guys! I'm sorry to interrupt the stream. I got some breaking news. According to Bloomberg, quote, Sony is in the early stages of developing a portable console that would play its PlayStation 5 games on the move. Likely years away from launch, and Sony could decide against bringing it to market. Idea builds on the PS Portal, which initially had intended to ellipsis, but kind of interesting.
Interesting.
It's James's dream machine.
Yeah, I will pick that up if it's what I want. But if it says years away from that, then who knows? We might get the Steam Deck 2 by then, and I don't know.
I mean, it will still have his uses. I would feel even this Steam Deck 2 comes out. Honestly,
maybe maybe. I feel like Windows is like shooting themselves in the foot, and eventually Linux is going to be the go-to platform for gaming. But that's just me.
I would like to think that because I'm a huge Linux fan, but
they're trying to push cloud computing. Like they have I forgot what they call that new Windows machine that they announced. It's just cloud based.
Oh, it's like that something Link or whatever.
Yeah, Windows Link. Yeah, and it's like, come on, man. Like Steam tried to do that with the Steam Link, and it's just like that, except it's direct to the cloud. And just no, like I understand the cloud. Like I use cloud stuff, right? But I don't know. Just maybe I'm just old thinking, but there's just something about having the physical hardware there versus just cloud computing in general.
Here's the thing with that is it will take a lot of effort for Linux for all the Linux OS to gain more traction, because it also involves with a whole bunch of studios and developers actually making a Linux version of the game itself, right? And one of the biggest caveats when you're solely a Linux gamer is that you don't really have that access to multiplayer games because of the whole anti-cheat situation. That's pretty much the Achilles heel.
That might change though.
Linux experience.
Because you saw what they're doing, because of like things like the anti-cheat goes into, from what I've read, no expert in this, goes into the kernel of Windows, right? And that's how the anti-cheat system kind of goes.
Yeah.
Windows is changing that, where no application can go into Windows kernel because of what happened with CrowdStrike? That whole
CrowdStrike,
situation. Yeah. So if that changes, then the way the anti-cheat would have to work would have to be working the same way it would basically on Linux, which is how Proton does. And according to I forgot who said it, it would make every multiplayer game compatible on Steam Deck.
Then if that's the case, then that'd be excellent. That'd be nice.
Linux, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. Off topic. So what were you saying, Fan? You said you hope unicorn?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you mentioned.
No, I just said I haven't played any of these games at all. So like, if I had to be different, I would probably just say the Kunitsugami game.
Okay.
It's probably that's probably gonna be like the one category where like I lose in and all you guys win in, and I'll probably be like last place because of it. But
best family.
There
game.
you go. This is better. These are better selections. Okay.
Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, or The Plucky Squire. Oh man, this is actually a good list right here.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm still gonna stick with Jamboree, honestly.
I actually think Astrobot's probably gonna win.
I think so too.
Once and win Jamboree. I want that to win.
As far as this is a hard pick, honestly.
What game is that on the bottom?
Plucky Squire. The Plucky Squire, sorry.
Plucky Squire. I have my pick. If I can go.
Yeah, you can go. I'm debating.
I think Echoes of Wisdom is going to win, but I want Astrobot to win.
I don't know. I think Astrobot's going to win. But as far as like who I want to win, it's hard. Because I really liked Astrobot. But I also really liked Echoes of Wisdom. And even though I haven't played the Plucky Squire, I feel like this is a game I'm really going to like once I get around to playing it. I guess if I had to pick one.
5, 4, 3,
don't make me
2, 1.
Echoes of Wisdom will be my personal pick because I'm a Zelda fan and I can't betray Zelda with Astrobot. I'm sorry. Unless this guy here next to me will probably start beating me up,
So you think Zelda's gonna win and you want Zelda to win?
No, I think Astrobot's gonna win. But I would
like
Zelda to win. Yeah.
I wish Astrobot would win, but I don't
think I'm the opposite of you. So. Yeah.
You're the opposite of me, yep.
What about you, Fan? You want the Plucky Squire to win?
No, I said Astrobot all the way.
Oh, Astrobot all the way? Yeah.
Astrobot's what you want. Astrobot is what you think?
Like, Plucky Squire is pretty cool. And honestly, if Plucky Squire wins, I think that would be awesome. I just don't think... Unfortunately, Astrobot is PlayStation household name. So that's definitely got a lot more traction. Of course, Nintendo backing Echoes of Wisdom. It gives it a lot more traction. But Plucky Squire is very unique. Like, have you ever seen the trailers? I like the concept of it because it has like 3D platform elements. It has Zelda-like elements. It's just a mixture of a lot of things. They have like some what is that game? Space Harrier. What would you call that? Like, what type of game would you call Space Harrier?
What's that? I haven't played that game.
Never played Space Harrier?
An arcade game?
Yeah, it's a Sega.
Yeah,
it's like it's a dude. He has like a gun and like he like floats around and shoots and stuff like that. I don't know what type of game you would call
a shooter,
that.
Like a run and gun.
Yeah,
I need to look it up.
What's the game called again? Space Harrier?
Yeah, Space Harrier. I don't know what type of game would you call that?
I would like just call it like a shooter, like an arcade shooter.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
a parallax 2D arcade shooter.
It's they're calling a third person arcade rail shooter game.
Yeah, rail shooter. Yes,
rail shooter. Yeah. Like a Panzer.
It has that inside there. Yeah, like Panzer Dragoon's a perfect example of that. They have like some of that elements. It's really cool. I really want to get around to playing it. Hopefully sooner rather than later I get around to playing it. But if the Plucky Squire wins, which I doubt it, I think that'd be cool too. So yeah, look into the Plucky Squire if you haven't. Don't sleep on that. Best fighting game. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. So, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, in my opinion, does not deserve to be on this list. Right? Here's why. It's not really a remake. It's not. I mean, technically, it's a remaster, I guess. I just feel like it doesn't because there's way too many games in there, and there's a beat 'em ups. Yeah, it's a collection, and there's a beat 'em ups in there. Like, there's so many good games in there. It's just I just don't think it should be on this list at all, in my opinion. I'm trying to think.
What happened to Street Fighter 6 or whatever? You know,
well, Street Fighter 6 was in
last one.
Yeah, that was like last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another fighting game that came out that deserved this more than that. Not that I can think of.
Right now, I'm just stuck between either Sparking Zero or Tekken 8 because those two are objectively good games.
I feel that Tekken 8's gonna win, but I want Sparking Zero to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go along with you. I want Sparking Zero to win, but Tekken 8 is definitely gonna win that one.
I think Sparking Zero is going to win, but I want Marvel vs. Capcom to win.
Okay.
No thoughts at all for you, fam?
Oh, I'm typing this stuff down.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like Marvel vs. Capcom shouldn't like. I don't think it should win. We all know that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is like amazing, and you know it's hard to beat something like that. It goes with those things that I feel that it has to be a brand new experience, in my opinion, for it to be considered. And even though technically speaking, Marvel vs. Capcom has never been in any type of Game Awards scene, I just don't think it should be on this list. Like, it's not a new Marvel vs. Capcom game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because it's like if you put best platformer and then you have Super Mario like 3D All Stars on there that has Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Sunshine. It's like you got three of amazing platformers on there.
I see your point, James. I get your point, but all right. I'm gonna switch. I'm going from wanting Sparking Zero to win to Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection to win. Here's my reason why. It's mainly because this is a good chance for it to get more shine to more newer people to get drawn to this type of series, if that makes sense, right? It will pretty much give it more spotlight. Oh, not series. Shut up. Yeah, it will pretty much give it more spotlight for newcomers to actually try out the games themselves, generate more sales, so that way we can possibly get a new Marvel vs. Capcom game later on in the future and stuff. So that's why I want Marvel vs. Capcom to win, but still think Tekken 8 is going to win anyway. But I get your point. James. 100,000,000%.
So you want Marvel, but you think Tekken?
Yeah.
Okay. Tekken's probably gonna.
Wait, Fan. Yep. Did you hear everything I said, James? Or
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, damn, no pushback on that. Interesting.
No.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's like I kind of gave my thoughts on it. Like, if I would have pushed back, I would have said I was just repeating myself. So it's like I don't need to say the same thing 3 times.
But like, did you get my reasoning behind it? If anything?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, I would love a new Marvel vs. Capcom that's not Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I get that. Like, I feel that a lot of players though, or a lot of people know about Marvel vs. Capcom, specifically Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you're in the fighting scene or into fighting games in general, like, they know that. Like, my kids, it was mandatory for them to learn about the history of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and play it. They had to play it in order to be considered my son. So, like, this is part of the ritual. Like,
so I just think that a game that is that monumentous that people have been clamoring for so long deserves to have recognition in the form of an award like that. Like, yeah, it's not new, or the games aren't new, but I think the release in and of itself is deserving of that award. But that's just me.
Yeah, I understand your taking.
I mean, we were streaming together that summer morning when that got announced. That was a really that was a special moment.
No, I agree. Like, I love it. I love it. I just feel that something new should get the spotlight, right? Kind of like why I feel
what
like Elden Ring shouldn't be in this, you know. But we'll get to
that
later.
was an innoverse of a reason, but yeah.
I can see your reasoning for equating them, but I do think they're a little different because Elden Ring was something that's available on current hardware. None of these games were, so I almost kind of like I understand what you're saying. Yes, they're older games, but at the same point, I think it's not quite tit for tat. But that's just me.
Yep. So I think Tekken 8's gonna win.
Okay.
What I want to win?
Multiverses.
The Powerpuff Girls
yeah, I'll say
game.
multiverses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually I played that every once in a while. It was fun. It is interesting.
Who's your main fan?
Oh, I was playing as Batman.
Shaggy.
Okay.
Super Shaggy or Ultra Instinct Shaggy's in the game.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest hype was that the fact that they were trying their best to like, you know, not they were trying their best to like hype up Shaggy in that game, which was great. But I think after that, like the popularity just like went downhill with it, unfortunately. Hopefully they stick around longer. So
yeah, I heard they're struggling right now with multiverses.
Yeah,
it's
that's why I hope they win, so that way it stays open.
Like it's one of those things. It's hard to be Smash. Like Smash is. Sakurai is just good at making these games, and it's like it's hard to beat somebody like Sakurai. Like especially after you watch his YouTube videos on game making, you're gonna be like, man, this dude knows how to make games. Like you can't dethrone this guy.
All right. Sounds like Warner Brothers should have brought him on.
They should have.
Oh God, here we go. Shout out the entry.
He doesn't work for Nintendo, so they could. Best RPG. And Dragon Quest 3 is not on
my eyes list. Roll any harder.
So yeah, like shout out to Urtru, you got that, but you don't got Dragon Quest 3. Like, nah, I know.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care if it costs me points. I refuse to. I refuse to give it any clout by saying I think it's going to win or I want it to win. So I'm gonna say, oh man, I can't decide if it's gonna be Rebirth or if it's gonna be Metaphor.
I mean, I already got my answer.
Go ahead, Ash.
So I want and think Metaphor or Fantasio, so that's me. The prologue demo already told me the rest of the game, so I'm like, yep, that's going to be an amazing game. So that deserves best RPG.
I want Infinite Wealth to win, but I think Rebirth is going to win.
All right.
Actually, sorry, my bad. My bad. Want Metaphor or Fantasio?
Or fan. He has to change your things, Ash.
Hey, he has to change all stuff too. But yeah, I think Archery is gonna win because I didn't notoriously say in the podcast that he's gonna like win every category it's in. So I'm sticking to my guns on that one.
I think they're not gonna do. They're gonna give us hope and think that Archery is not gonna win anything. But then when Game of the Year comes around, it's gonna win. I think that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. They got
the hopelessness in the human race that I'll have on my face if that wins Game of the Year. Like I'm burn it all down.
Not a freaking game,
bro. I swear to God, if that happens, I'm going straight to Twitter to see the flame wars, bro.
That game's so popular though, but sure people will be up for it.
I'm grabbing some popcorn for that one, man.
I'm telling you, Keely's gonna make he's gonna do that. He's like, look, this is entertainment. We're gonna make it seem like Urtru's not gonna win anything at the last minute. We're gonna be like, yeah, Urtru's.
He's gonna bring the drama.
Bloodbath. Yeah. Freaking bloodbath. Hey, I'm all for it.
Because you know why? If he does it, Miyazaki's gonna break up with him too. So he's got to.
Yeah. Even though I like your line of thinking, James, I'm still gonna be wanting Metaphor and thinking Urtru's gonna win this category. So.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say
I want Rebirth to win.
Both?
Yeah.
Want and think? Okay.
Yeah.
Fan, I'm gonna go with you into the Rebirth zone. I think and want Rebirth to win because as much as I like what I've played of Metaphor so far, 7 goes back with me back to being 11 or 12 years old when I first started playing it, and and even though I have problems with it, it is a special game in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of exceptional things about it. So I'll go ahead and I'll say want and think Rebirth is gonna win.
You know what I like about this category?
What's that?
They're all Japanese games.
That's true. Right. Capcom and From Software, Square. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Were there any notable American RPGs this year?
Dragon Age.
Oh yeah.
Space Marine. I think it wasn't Space Marine a RPG as well.
No, it was more. I mean, no, it wasn't an RPG. It's just a shooter. It's like a Gears of War.
Yeah. I thought it was.
I mean, technically, since they're adding DLC to this list, Starfield had a DLC that came out, so technically, Starfield could have been on this list.
Yeah, that's Bethesda.
You couldn't even make American. That. It couldn't
Well, so
get Keeley to make the changes.
Yeah, I just got upset now. Like I just remember like you rather put Shadow of the Erdtree on this list than Persona 3 Reload.
Like, oh yeah. Oh, that is. You're right. That is a slight.
Man, damn.
Like, yeah, that's crap.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's crazy that like I'm thinking about that because like okay, you have Marvel vs. Capcom. That's a game that that was remade, and then if you try to have the excuse that Persona 3 Reload is a remake, then that shouldn't be on the list. Like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is technically, but not really a remake there. Like I don't know. Like Persona 3 Reload could have been on this list. Technically speaking, Unicorn Overlord could have. It's technically an RPG, but I get it. It's more strategy. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure more RPGs came out this year. Oh, wasn't Grand Blue Fantasy this year too? That was an action RPG. That could have been on here. That versus Erdtree.
All I gotta say is poor Dragon's Dogma 2. I think the only reason why that game got trashed was mainly because of the optimization problems on
Mario and Luigi Brothership could have been on this list for RPG.
Oh yeah, is Grand Blue Korean, Chinese, or Japanese?
Japanese.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Side Games is a Japanese company. They're ex Square Enix employees.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other RPGs that came out this year.
All right. Well, we can think about these as we can go through. I'm pretty sure we all voted right already.
Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, we'll go to the next list. But yeah, Erdtree. Yeah. Best action adventure game: Shadow of the Erdtree. No, I'm just kidding. Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, or Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. I mean,
honestly, I don't know why Silent Hill 2 is there. It would have been better if it was placed in best horror game or something like that.
I don't think they have a horror category.
Yeah, there's probably not that many. There's probably not that many, honestly.
Oh,
it's very specific.
Yeah, because I think Resident Evil was also. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 last year was action adventure as well.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I want Prince of Persia. I want Prince of Persia, just so they can keep doing Prince of Persia. But I think
so you want and think Prince of Persia?
No, but I think Astrobot.
Didn't it close down the studio to The Lost Crown? We talked about this a couple.
Yeah, we did.
They thought it was.
Well, I mean, it's the Montpellier. So, I mean, it's still Ubisoft, So I'm hoping like that wins. Yeah,
it's French. Montpellier.
It's French Canadian, man. It's whatever.
Was the game good, fam?
I still haven't played it yet because I've been playing other things.
The Metroid-like, so it's got to be good.
Yeah.
Typically, Metroid-likes are good. I don't call them Metroidvanias. It's Metroid-like. We don't talk Metroidvanias because Super Metroid did it first. That's all that matters. All right. I want Zelda to win, but Astrobot's gonna win. Just pick the same.
I think and want Silent Hill 2 to win.
Blooper team.
It's so good.
You go, Ash?
No, I'm thinking a little bit because I haven't played none of these games. So
I think you want Star Wars Outlaws to win.
Actually, that's the opposite. I think Star Wars Outlaws is gonna win.
He was making a funny, Ash.
Yeah, I know. but I still think Star Wars Outlaws is gonna win the category anyway. But
really?
Yeah.
That game was crapped on so much though.
Yeah.
Well, you also gotta remember too is the panel. I'm pretty sure most of them are normies, and they're gonna see Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars! Oh my god,
Maybe.
We're gonna vote for this one. So yeah, I think Star Wars Outlaws is gonna win, and then for what I want, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Silent Hill 2. I'm gonna go with that one. So
I'm Honestly, Astrobot, I like it because of like it has some good scenes. Like the Uncharted scene, like part in that game was amazing. The God of War part is amazing. Um, what's the other one that was in there? There's another. I can't remember.
It was Uncharted, God of War, Ape Escape, Horizon.
Yeah, Ape Escape. There we go. Yeah, Horizon. Oh, speaking of Horizon, I think I'm gonna give Horizon a third try.
What, the original?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm gonna probably
make
buy
sure
it
you
on,
did you buy the
Steam.
remaster? Oh, the Steam.
No,
okay.
I haven't. I'm gonna
you can buy the remaster on Steam too.
Yeah. I decided, I was like, you know what? Let me give it another try. Like, if I gave Skyrim like 20 tries, I think Horizon deserves a third try.
I love it. I love Horizon.
I forgot the remaster version got released. Did anybody talk about it, or?
I have it.
No,
Yeah.
like,
did we talk about it? Like we discussed it. We remember. I think we talked
like
about
when it got released. It like
we talked about it when it got announced. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it never got released yet.
No, it's released.
No, it got released. But we just, I remember we talked about it when it got announced. We talked about it, but we never like revisited like how good it is or anything. But I can tell you that I got it, and you can definitely tell a huge difference, especially when you look at side by side. And they added a bunch of stuff to it, like dialogue. They cleaned up, I think, like the beginning game and some other things. So it's definitely the way to go if you're going to go back to Horizon.
So it basically looks and feels like Forbidden West in a way, right?
Yes, okay. That's what they're going for.
Okay.
I'll
bring it up to par of Forbidden West.
Trying to make it a cohesive game.
Right.
Between the two.
I think Bryant deserves that I give it another try.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome. I gave Final Fantasy XIV another try, and I still want to continue to try it if they can patch it.
Yeah, Square Enix gave you that code, and you're like, to hell with this.
yeah, you got the game for free, man. God damn it.
It bugs out. It bugs out. You don't believe me? Look at my ROG Ally video. I showed it. I showed proof, and Square Enix can look at that.
Play it on that new processor you're picking up, James.
I could play on a new processor.
I mean, at that point, you're just brute forcing the performance. It doesn't really fix the optimization for the game, so there's still problems with it. If anything,
I mean, I could always go back to the PS5, I guess, and do it that way.
Yeah,
I'll play.
Yeah. No, just play for real. That game deserves a big TV with headphones, making it so loud that you go deaf. It's such a good score.
I'll wait for the Switch 2 release.
Oh God. Can we move on before I have a migraine and freaking pass out from listening to James's nonsense? Let's move on.
Did everybody go? Or
yeah, everyone went.
Yeah, we all went.
Cool. Let's move on. Best. Huh? Wait.
Okay, I know mine is.
The last one. Okay, what's the difference between an action adventure game and an action game?
Action, yeah, that's kind of redundant.
Yeah. Why is Call of Duty on this list? Like,
yeah, that's stupid.
Oh man! Oh look, Stellar Blade is on here.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
That's your pick?
I want Stellar Blade to win, obviously, but I think Black Myth Wukong is going to win.
Yeah. Oh yeah. List here: Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. I don't know if I read the last list. I forgot about that. I got to read the list because don't forget, people who watch it through audio only.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point.
That.
Follow along on the Game Awards website, everybody, because James doesn't want to read it.
Yeah, I forget.
No, good.
I guess I'll go. So, want still Stellar Blade to win, but I think Black Myth Wukong is going to win.
Oh, so you're the same as me, Ash?
Yeah.
Cool. Black Myth just went so viral. Like, even though I like it seems like an okay game. Like, I played a little bit of it's good, but like it just went so viral that I feel like they have to recognize it somehow.
It was the game that people thought was not real.
Right.
It was the game that people were like, this game does not exist.
Right.
We saw this trailer. This does not exist.
Yeah,
I thought Stellar went viral too, but for the wrong reasons. It was more based on controversial stuff. Yeah. So it technically went viral, if anything.
That's why I'm saying, like, part of me is like Stellar Blade to win because of some of the controversy that it had. Some people did not like it. There was articles writing about how, like, what was it, the creator, who was it, Kotaku, I think they wrote it, that the creator's never seen a woman or something like that. Like, it was like that. You didn't see that? Yeah.
They were talking about how he was like sexist and like, and they're like, but the character was like kind of based on his wife. like
Or
he
designed by
designed
his
it a
wife
little
or something
bit.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
based
heard
on
that
his
it was
wife.
like there's a lot of female designers. I thought like character designers and stuff like that. I thought I read that or something.
There's a bunch of weird stuff.
There was just articles trying to make drama that there
Yeah.
wasn't drama.
Yeah.
And don't forget about Twitter too. You know how they want to
Yeah.
Twitter
dramatize
is
everything
drama.
as well.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
social media in general is just drama. That's
not
not
real.
social media. Like,
Okay. Well, I'm going for Black Myth.
Want
For both?
think and want.
Think and want.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that game was like close to not even existing because everyone thought it wasn't real.
I thought it was still real. It was just it need time to bake. So
like I'm torn because it's between Black Myth, Wukong, or Stellar Blade.
I mean, which wait
For want or
think?
for
want. For want.
Oh,
Okay.
I would have thought you would have went for.
You didn't play Stellar Blade, did you, James?
I didn't, but like
Okay.
I've seen the gameplay and I've seen enough of the gameplay to know that.
And you've heard
it's
my
a game that I would
impassioned
like.
pleas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anything that's close to near is going to be good. Like
They even have a near DLC.
Near Automata, yeah. But Black Myth also like is cool. All right. Shoot, who should I pick? I'm gonna have to go with
It's
Black Myth.
supposed you're gonna get to like a live action
Black Myth
like
for both.
Dragon Ball Z.
No, I think I say like Black Myth Wukong for what I want, but I think Shadow of the Earth Tree is gonna win.
Wait a second, that's not how this works.
Yeah, well, Jeff Keighley would make a way to win. No,
Jeff Keighley's in the same room as James.
So yeah, he's right over here. You can't see him. He's right there. He's
got James's Ambernick cube in his hand. He's just crushing it slowly.
Yeah,
wanting him to pick Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Black Myth Wukong I want, but because I picked Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade's gonna win.
So you want Black Myth, but you think Stellar Blade. Fan wants and thinks Black Myth, and then me and Ash both want Stellar Blade, but think Wukong. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll see.
Call of Duty, give me a break.
Yeah. If Call of Duty wins, I'll cry. Best VR AR experience. Arizona Sunshine.
That's all Brian right there. That's all Brian right there.
Asgard's
we have
Wrath
no
2,
take on this.
Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, or Metro Awakening.
I say Batman for think and want.
Actually,
yeah.
All right,
I don't know any of these games, so I'm saying
I do have some input because of my history.
Okay.
Want Metro to win, but think Batman Arkham Shadow is going to win. So.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is it's exclusive to Oculus, which that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Which game?
The Batman.
Batman's exclusive.
What about Metro?
Metro, I don't.
It's just a VR game, so I think you can just play it on any.
It's probably like on Steam. I don't think it's. No, it's on PSVR too. They I remember they advertised it during a state of play, so it's on PSVR.
Yeah. Oh, like Asgard's Wrath.
Arizona Sunshine is on PSVR, and Metal Hellsinger is too. It's just Asgard and Batman that aren't.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for Metro to be on Steam. That will give me a chance to actually dust off my Oculus just to play it.
There you go. I tried the Oculus yesterday.
Which one? The newest one or the S or whatever?
The 3. And
the 3?
yeah, I almost threw
How was it? Oh, really?
Yeah, I was playing was it Arcade Paradise? And thing is, because I was sitting on a chair, I was using like the thumbstick to like move, and the teleporting thing was getting me like nauseous.
It was messing with you.
Yeah.
We're getting old, James.
Yeah, I get motion sickness easy. So
I might pick this up for Oculus. And mind you guys, I got like the oldest Oculus ever. I got the.
What are you gonna pick, James?
I said Batman for both.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I'm a Batman fan. I'm probably gonna I might do an Oculus review. We'll see, because the person who let me try it wants me to do a review on it, so they'll let me.
I like how you're like, Bryant and Ash buy everything, and you're like, here's my 6th handheld gaming PC, and I'm gonna buy an Oculus tomorrow.
No, I'm not buying it. I said somebody's let me borrow it. You know?
Oh, so you borrow it? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I would not buy it because I don't. Like I said, I get motion
sickness. Do it.
Yeah. I know.
I bought mine's off of eBay for like $100, and it was a CV1, like I said. So you have to set up like the cameras around your room to get like
those
the
little
full effect
base stations or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. But
so you got the old Rift. Oculus Rift.
Yeah, CV1. CV1. That's basically what the older Rift is called. Is a
CV1
model.
Can you get Batman on that? I thought it was only for like the metas.
Yeah, that was just for the Oculus. Yeah, the Meta Quest.
Well, I'm not worried about Batman. I'm trying to get Metro.
He's talking about Metro.
Oh, Metro is playable probably on anything with Steam. Steam Link
it's on Steam already. So I'm like, nice. Okay. A reason to play VR again for finally. So, but yeah.
Next category.
Best mobile game. So we have AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero.
Damn.
I'm saying
this is difficult. I bet Ash, this is gonna be torturous for you.
It is.
For me, Pokemon TCG Pocket is my personal pick, and I think Pokemon TCG Pocket is gonna win. Even though I hate that game right now, but
yeah. Y'all want to go before me?
Boo. I have no take on any of this. So
I think go ahead, Ash.
I'm gonna go Zenless. I'm just gonna go Zenless. Both? Yep.
I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna go Zenless for both.
I want Wuthering Waves to win. I think Zenless is gonna win it.
It's gonna be Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Okay. I'm really close to picking Balatro because I do think that's kind of like a sneaky game that I think a lot of people are discovering now, and they might vote for it because, like, since it was nominated for Game of the Year, a lot of people are like, "What the hell is this game?" And then they play like,
"Oh, this is really nominated for Game of the Year?"
Apparently, it's super good. Like, I don't understand poker, so like, I don't know if I could get into it, but it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I'm not a poker guy, so I probably won't play it.
Same here.
That and it's not really a mobile game. It's on everything. Well, it's on Switch at least and PC, right?
And phones and everything.
Yeah, I guess Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero are also on PC and mobile.
And
the only true mobile games that I know of, I think, is AFK Journey and Pokemon TCG Pocket because you can only play those on phones. But I don't know. Bet for the best game playable on a mobile device. I mean, technically, Shadow of the Erdtree you can play on a mobile device. So maybe that should have been on best mobile game category.
I can see Keely just staring at you. Just like, that's right, James. You tell him. You tell him why I'm right, James.
Want to think Balatro.
Hold on, I didn't get to read it. Best debut indie game for the best debut game created by a new independent studio. Shadow of the Erdtree, Balatro, no, I'm just kidding. Animal Well,
you're gonna confuse
Balatro, Mandalore, Pacific Drive, and the Plucky Squire. People could be like, "What? Shadow of the Erdtree is an indie game."
I'll say Animal Well for both.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Animal Well.
It was critically acclaimed as hell when it came out. I think IGN gave it a 10.
Yeah, I think I want the Plucky Squire to win, but I think Balatro's going to win.
Okay.
Can you pick Balatro for both, Ash?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I've never played any of these, so I have no idea what to pick. So I'm just gonna follow suit with Bryant.
Say Animal Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Didn't we just do this?
Yeah. What the heck did we just do?
Debut indie game and indie game.
By a new independent studio. But
is that what that is? Let's see. For the best debut game created, by a new independent studio. Okay, I see. Yeah. And then the best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
I'm gonna stick with Animal Well. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Read them, James.
Yeah, Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50.
I have to say, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes sounds like the coolest indie rock band name ever, and I kind of wish I had thought of that first. That's badass.
I'm still gonna stick with one and think for Balatro.
What did you
Animal
say,
Well for both.
Animal Well for both. Okay.
Yeah.
I want UFO 50 to win, but I think Balatro's gonna win.
All right. So I think Balacho's going to win. I've heard of Neva, so I want Neva to win.
You guys know what UFO 50 is?
No.
So UFO 50 is a collection of games that are basically made to be like NES style games. So they have games that are close to like Kid Icarus or
cool.
like Kid Icarus, like Ice Climbers and stuff like that. Which are
I have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a collection.
Was it on PC?
Mm-hmm. It's on PC. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very cool. I saw
Ash
people
is wandering,
like,
making sure that Jeff Keighley isn't hiding in his closet.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. And then honorable mention is Shadow of the Erdtree. I mean, hey, if he's gonna put it for Game of the Year and all these other things, he might as well add it for Best Community Support.
You know, you reminded me of, James. Do you ever watch The Office? Did you ever watch The Office?
Kevin?
A little bit.
No.
Yeah.
So there's this episode where Jim has to choose like employee of the month, I think, and he purposely took Pam's name out of the hat or whatever to make sure that like he didn't show like partiality towards her because they were married or a couple or whatever. And she's like, employee of the month, Pam Beasley, and he's like, employee of the month, Pam. Like I'm pretty sure she won all the awards. So that's kind of what you're reminding me of with this Erdtree polling that you're doing.
Oh, hold on. You might lose my Chrome thing. We got spam on Twitch.
All right.
If it disappears, I apologize. Unless one of you guys can get to it first. Oh,
I got it.
Fan.
I got it. Yeah.
Right.
I want Final Fantasy 14 just because it's Final Fantasy, but I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win.
I want Final Fantasy 14 to win, but I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win because it broke my heart so many times last year.
I want Final Fantasy 14 to win, and I think Final Fantasy 14 is going to win.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a concert with Soken.
I want Helldivers 2 to win. I think Helldivers 2 is going to win this one.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually not a bad bet at all. That'd probably be my second choice.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the community.
It was a very viral game too.
To keep the game alive as well. So I'm proud of him for that.
So I wonder, has Final Fantasy 14? When you guys search this up, has Final Fantasy 14 won anything at the Game Awards?
Yeah, I thought it did.
Like, if any of you guys can like search it up because I'm curious.
I'll search
because I think it deserves something. Like, it's a game that, in a world where people thought that WoW was the only MMO that would be successful, came out, it died, got resurrected, and like continued moving on, and just got better and better as it went on.
Yeah, it won.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Best community support.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it won numerous awards in the past before. So
it won best community support and best ongoing game in 2021 and 2020.
2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they'll probably skip it for 2024. Best ongoing.
These are so similar.
Yeah, best ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. I'm gonna stick with Final Fantasy XIV for both.
So for me, I'm gonna say I want 14 to win, but Fortnite's gonna win this one.
Hope not.
I want 14, but I think Fortnite's probably going to win.
Same.
I hope Fortnite doesn't win. You guys are supposed to be on the same page. We should not have Fortnite winning.
Hey man, it's not what we want, it's what we think.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right?
Yeah.
See? So
Games for Impact.
I have no opinion.
I'm just stick with Life is Strange for one, I think.
Yeah, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I'll choose Tales of Kinzera Zao. Oh, wait, let me read the list. Sorry. Closer to Distance. Closer to Distance. Indica?
Indica?
Okay, Indica. Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kinzera Zao. And like I said, Tales of Kinzera, I don't know how to pronounce it, Zao is my
I think you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're wrong.
It's a Metroidvania, so I wanted to win.
I haven't played any of these, but I've heard really good things about the Life is Strange games. So I guess I'll pick Life is Strange for both.
Same for me. It always gets really good reviews from like almost anybody that plays those kinds of games. So yeah, it's gonna win this one.
Yeah, I feel like Tales of Kinzera might win because there's been a lot of like the developer has been like harassed like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. That's Like I wonder if that's a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing, obviously, but I wonder if that like that controversy goes against it, or if like people want to like support the developer of that game, which rightfully so.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because like he made that out of like a story of his dad and stuff like that,
right?
Which is pretty cool. And then there was just like the stupid controversy of
right, a lot of just ugly.
Not I say controversy. It's not. There's no controversy. It's more that he was being bashed. There's no controversy.
Yeah.
The people bashing him are idiots. Just easy as that. Yeah, because controversy is a different meaning. I don't want to say it that way because I feel like it's not doing
drama.
Justice.
Just say drama.
Yeah, but drama even then I think it's done. Like drama could mean like either or. Like I get this
ways.
guy's side.
You're
I get
right.
this. In this case, the people are wrong. The people who are criticizing the guy is wrong. Like it's
pretty much unnecessary drama. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Right. It's just stupidity.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all picked.
So you picked Tales for both, James?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and then Ash, you and I both picked Life is Strange for both. Did you go Fan yet?
No, but I think I want Tales, but I think Life is gonna win.
Okay.
For me, I don't know. Did Life is Strange Double Exposure review good? Like I don't even remember.
Yeah, it did.
Out. Did it? Okay.
Yeah, it reviewed very well. Yep.
All the Life is Strange games have like
those are games I need to get back to.
Yeah, that series has a really good track record, so I'm not surprised if it wins this one.
See, I'll probably never play it because I'm not into like the Tales of like type genre, which is what it's like, right? Like Tales of
Tales.
Yeah, like the like Walking Dead games and like Tales of the
Telltale games.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Telltale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I was like Tales, like this ain't Tales of Arise, James.
Yeah. I was getting confused for a second, but
I think he means
Arise.
I think he means Tales in like TELL, not TEALES.
Yeah, it's Telltale.
Yeah. Like I'm not into those stuff. Like I tried like.
What if you did Life is Strange Tales of Strange, and it was a Tales of like a Tales game crossed over with Life is Strange? That'd be badass, actually.
I'd play.
Yeah, right.
Just make sure it's not 30 FPS. Make it 60 FPS. Right? Tales of Symphonia.
Right.
Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age of Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, or Star Wars Outlaws. I don't know of any accessibility features in any of these games, so I have no take, and I do not know what's going on.
I don't think, and none of us are. I mean, as far as I know, none of us are like different abled in this way or whatever to be able to make that call.
If we can all just vote to skip on this one, honestly,
I vote for that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel qualified to make that judgment.
Yeah. Best performance.
Oh, this is spicy.
Awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture. Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, who was
Aerith.
Yeah. Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure. I do not know who she was. Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Outlaws, who's the main character. Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2. I assume he played the main character.
He played yeah.
And then Melina, I do not know how to
pronounce it.
How's it?
Jurgens.
Yeah. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I think she's the main character of that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't she also
she won,
the developer?
I think, already.
Yeah, she won last time and she's a developer. Like she's part of the development team, if I remember correctly. because the last time she won, I think she said that they needed somebody to do the performance capture and to do the voiceover, and they couldn't afford anybody else, so they had her do it.
Well, she did a good job with that.
Yeah.
So
I think Brianna White.
Think and Want.
Yeah.
Which character did Brianna White did for
Aerith?
Brianna White.
Yeah. Even though I feel like
So
the Tifa voice actress should have been in there because I think Tifa
Yeah,
had more
I
lines
wish
than Aerith.
me and Alex talked about this. We think that what's her name? Barrett. What's her name? The voice actress of Tifa. It's something Barrett. Let me look it up.
I think I know who you're talking about. I might see those voice actors in a convention next month, so looking forward to that.
Britt Baron.
Yeah,
Britt Baron. Yeah, sorry, I don't know where. Barrett Baron, same thing. Final Fantasy VII, all the same. So I think that Brianna White's gonna win. Oh well, I'm gonna finish my point. I think that Britt Barrett might be nominated when the next 7 game comes out, because Aerith probably isn't gonna be as much of a figure as she was in Rebirth. I think Tifa is gonna take kind of the main stage if you can base it on the original 7, like all the story elements. So maybe she'll be nominated for the last game. But I agree, Britt Baron did a fantastic job as Tifa in both of these games. But I do think that Brianna White is going to win. But honestly, I kind of want Luke Roberts to win for his portrayal of James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2. Like, it's really pretty impressive. I think Brianna White does a great job as Aerith, and I think the character is great, and there's a lot of nuance to it. But Luke Roberts as James just kind of adds a whole nother dimension, and it's just very haunting, and there's a lot of complexity to it, and there's some hammy stuff to it too. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a lot of hammy stuff to it. I think that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a lot of kind of like anime kind of ham stuff to it, and I think that Silent Hill 2 kind of has some like B movie ham to it. So I think they're kind of a wash, but Luke Roberts' performance is like very grounded and very psychological, and I think Brianna White's performance is just very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very authentic. It just feels very like girl next door, like Aerith is, So I do think Brianna White is going to win, but I think I would vote for Luke Roberts for who I'd want to win.
Honestly, like Final Fantasy VII has a good cast, and
it does. They do a great job.
I think they probably had to double check themselves and like, we can't have this whole list be Final Fantasy VII, so they probably had to like be very reserved because
had to choose. Yeah,
Barrett's voice actor is also really good. Like Barrett is
I don't like Barrett's voice actor.
Really?
I love him. He's
originally really good.
The original voice actor I think for him is who played Jet in Cowboy Bebop, because I remember that first trailer. I thought it was the guy who played Jet, and I like his voice. I like him a lot better. I think Barrett's voice is like kind of like too gruff. I don't know, but it's not bad, but it's just not my cup of tea. But the rest of them are all. I think it's good, but it's not my favorite.
Or Cloud, he's not getting nominated.
No, Cloud did a fine job, but it's just that one scene where it's not his fault, where he pushes Tifa into the Mako, and then like, oh, Cloud, upset. Why'd you almost kill me? It's just that kind of silly anime stuff.
Yeah. All right. What are you? Did you choose Ashton Fan?
I say both for Brianna White.
Fan was both for Brianna White too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Honestly, I feel that like you said, I forgot what her name is already. The Tifa voice actress should have been on there.
Britt Baron.
Yeah, because like you've been playing it more recently. Doesn't Tifa have more lines than Aerith? I feel like she's talked way more than Aerith in that game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Aerith is kind of the anchor of Rebirth, even if she doesn't have as many speaking lines. Like all of the drama and the whole story kind of revolves around her, and I think that takes a back seat in part 3. So, like I said, maybe we'll see more of Britt in 3, and this is kind of like how Lord of the Rings, like none of them. Well, I mean, I'm sure they won some Oscars, but like Return of the King won Best Picture, I think, and it was kind of just like an acclamation of all the trilogy kind of put together in a way. Yeah, I think that's kind of like what Britt Baron is going to be when the next 7 game comes out, maybe.
Okay. Best audio design. Man. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
That's a stacked list for Brian right there.
Yeah, it really is. Because Senua was I didn't play Hellblade 2, but it's renowned for its representation of like
Audio design is top
like
notch.
mental illness. I
Yeah,
think schizophrenia doesn't she have schizophrenia?
I think
I want
so.
to say she has something like where she hears voices and stuff, and like it was recognized by like the Mental Health Institute or some like they had like professionals like try to portray what that would be like or whatever, especially in those times. I know it's like a fictional thing, but you know,
Yeah.
it's still represented well. Yeah, this is tough.
I'm not gonna pick Astrobot because I don't think Astrobot does enough for audio design,
No,
in my opinion.
the music's really good and
Yeah.
it's good, but it's not Final Fantasy or
Yeah.
Hellblade or Silent Hill.
If it was best like controller effects, I would say Astrobot because the haptics
Yeah.
are pretty good. Like,
They're great, yeah.
So based on for what I seen from Hellblade 2, I'm gonna say both for Hellblade 2. Mainly because that sound design is really damn good. Like
It is.
there's for most of the for at this point, I mean, it should be even a game. It should be just mostly a movie because how good like it looks and sounds at the same time. So I'm just gonna stick with one and think Hellblade's gonna win this one.
I want and think Silent Hill 2 is going to win. I think that I think Hellblade 2 kind of came out with a fart. Like it was so hyped at the Game Awards and other avenues were like, oh, Hellblade 2, Hellblade 2. And like it sold like crap because it's on Game Pass and it just didn't really make that much of an impact and it didn't review well. So even as impressive as the sound is, I just don't think it's going to have a spot at the top here. So Silent Hill 2's sound is just I think it's better than any of these games on the list. Like I love Rebirth soundtrack and it does have great sound effects, but like Silent Hill 2 it gets you in a real dark psychological place. So I pick Silent Hill 2 for both.
well, yeah, and I think soundtrack is the next category. So I wouldn't even consider
Okay.
soundtrack.
Okay.
I'm a mirror you. I want to say Silent Hill 2 for both.
Okay.
Oh, Fanny, did you vote?
Not yet. I'm just typing this stuff in.
Oh.
Okay.
He has to break down our bloviating to its very barest essentials.
If you're a fan and while he's waiting to type, he's like, get to the point already. Like
yeah, he's like, shut up already.
I'm gonna be the same. Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
All right. Best score in music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Man, now this is a stack.
Silent Hill 2 and Stellar Blade.
This is a stack one for Brian.
So I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I heard all the soundtracks for all these games. They are amazing, but the best one is for ReFantasia. So I'm gonna think and want ReFantasia to win this one.
I don't think I've heard the Stellar Blade music. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's so good. Screw it. Stellar Blade for both. I don't care. It's my favorite game soundtrack of the year.
Well, I did hear from the demo, and which is what got me into playing Final Fantasy XIII 2, because the music felt like similar. Would you say I'm wrong?
It's on streaming services, James. It's on there.
I gotta add it
it's so good,
dude. Music.
Like the whole vibe of the game, like it wouldn't be the same without the music. Like I could just sit there and just like watch the rain falling in the city and listen to the music of the game and just like be there. It's so good.
Tell me if I'm correct in this. Is Final Fantasy is Stellar Blade's music style similar to Final Fantasy 13-2's music style?
I can definitely see similarities, yeah.
Okay. So because of that, I'm gonna choose Stellar Blade.
Okay.
Because the music in Final Fantasy 13-2, it's something that like till this day plays in my head. I think that what's his name? I forgot his name, but he did a good job in that.
It's a little bit more solemn. I'd say it has more of like a Metroid, Super Metroid edge to it. Like it's a lot more like kind of not creepy, but just a lot more like isolating and kind of like in minor keys and stuff like that. Whereas
is it like a mixture of Final Fantasy 13-2 meets like Nier?
Yeah. I would even say it's closer to Nier, but I think there are a couple 13-2 tracks that I think of that because like there's some vocals and stuff like 13-2 has, but so does Nier. I'd say it's like a cross between Nier and 13-2 or something.
Yeah, that demo level definitely has like 13.2 vibes, which is why, like I said, I went and bought 13.2 and started playing that because it just brought me back to that. Okay, yeah, Solid Blade for both.
All right. I'm gonna go with since I've only played Metaphor, I'm gonna go with Metaphor.
Yeah, that game. I mean, honestly, the game soundtrack, like, it's good. It doesn't quite hit the same way as the Persona games do because I just kind of like that J-pop stuff, and I kind of like the different genres they do. Like, Metaphor is good music, but it's a lot of like operatic, vocal, grand stuff that it's good. I respect it, but it just doesn't hit me quite the same as the Persona scores.
Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We have Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Neva. Like, honestly, Persona 3 Reload could have been on this list because Reload is like very beautiful in that.
Metaphor for both for me.
I think Neva is gonna win, but
yeah, that's not a bad choice.
But
yeah, I'm sticking with Metaphor. There's a part of me that wants to pick Black Myth, but I'm gonna stick with Metaphor.
I'm gonna pick Black Myth.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. This is a very beautiful game. It is.
I'm gonna choose Astrobot because I like a lot. I like the bots in it. They're pretty cool. Like the bots like resembling other characters. I think it's pretty cool.
So that's what you want and think is Astrobot?
That's what I want to win, but I think Neva's gonna win.
Okay.
What about you, Ash?
I want Metaphor to win, but I think Erdtree's gonna win.
Oh God, I would. Don't even say that. Don't even put that out there, man.
I am telling you. Why is it
no,
there?
I know. I agree. I know what you're. I'm just saying. It'll upset me. It'll trigger me. It'll trigger me.
Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
This is a Bryant bait list right here.
Dude, like the last couple categories are just all Bryant.
Yeah, I know. Because I've played the hell out of Rebirth. Or I beat Rebirth. I beat Silent Hill 2. I'm, maybe like not even half a quarter way done with Metaphor, but
say I want Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth to win, but I think Hellblade 2 is gonna win.
Wow. Okay.
It's a story-driven game, like more so than any of the other games here, I would say. So you would want the narrative to be amazing. Assume so, at least. And I think I know Like a Dragon will not win this category.
No.
It's too cool to win.
I want and think Silent Hill 2 is going to win.
Ash,
I really hope I'm not doing a wrong thing by putting all my eggs in the Silent Hill 2 basket, but it's so good.
What's the category again?
Best narrative.
I'm gonna still stick for both for ReFantazio.
Okay.
You pick fan?
I think Silent Hill 2 is gonna win. Out of them, I'd want Metaphor, but I think Silent Hill's gonna win.
Okay. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design: Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. Man, Erdtree should not be on this list. We got to make sure we say that for every category. Erdtree's on this list.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah. So best game direction. What do you mean by award for outstanding creative vision, innovation, and game direction design?
I'm gonna say Astrobot.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Astrobot for both.
I don't see innovation in Astrobot. I don't see innovation in Black Myth Wukong either. But Creative
I
Vision,
don't see
Astrobot,
innovation
see
in
that.
Erdtree.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Erdtree's
don't
not
think
in this either. Yeah.
And as much as I like ReFantazio, like I don't think it's particularly. I mean, it's basically just like a medieval Persona. It's not really that groundbreaking.
So I feel like they took innovation out. In general, they just looked at Creative Vision. And Creative Vision, if you boil it down to that, Black Myth Wukong for me, for both.
Okay.
All right.
I want metaphor, but think Shadow Erdtree's going to win.
Man,
I get so angry if Shadow Erdtree wins.
Ash is like the little devil on our shoulders right now. Like, come on, pick Elden Ring. Put that out there.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Hey, he's the cybersecurity major, so he knows how much Keely got paid for this. All right, so like, you know.
Yeah, he's got the down low.
I'm blue team, that red team. I can't hack, bro. Yeah. but yeah, I'm just saying that is literally the only DLC on this list compared to every other game here. So the obvious choice they're gonna do is Shadow Erdtree. I'm sorry.
I mean, what are you talking about? Rebirth is technically DLC for a remake.
No, it's not. What do you mean?
No, because it doesn't require remake to play it.
Exactly.
No. I mean, technically it does for story reasons.
Yeah, but that's not requiring. You can still play it without playing it.
We're talking about technicalities here. Now, you could say that for our original FF7 because as soon as you go to the open world, it says insert disc 2. It doesn't say that for that one. So,
wait, does disc 2? And I thought disc 2 was when Aerith, when the thing happens to Aerith that I don't want to spoil. I thought that was disc 2.
I thought disc 2 happens when you actually exit. You know, the freaking
disc 2 is after Aerith dies. I'll say Aerith dies. This is a 20-year-old RPG. If you don't know Aerith dies, then you've been living off a rock.
And then isn't disc 3 right before the Sephiroth fight or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, disc 3 literally is just a Sephiroth fight.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Fan? I think you're the only one that hasn't picked.
No, I said Astrobot.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, right at the
both?
Yeah.
Okay, you and I are on the same page then. I think with Astrobot 2, I think they might take into account the fact that the game was done by so little people for so little money, and that's the result that they got. Like, I think that's a really good standard to set. Might be worth something. I don't know.
I think people are gonna choose Black Myth Wukong because you got to play as a monkey. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Very innovative in design like that. There's never been a game that you got to play as a monkey outside of Dragon Ball
Wish I could
Z.
style my hair like that. I wish I had enough hair where I could just go out and just freaking.
Look how cool he looks.
Spike it up, man.
I wish I was a monkey.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Game of the year. Finally, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. I feel that because they had to bend the rules, Shadow of Erdtree is going to win. Like I said, Keely's going to be like, no, Shadow of Erdtree is not going to win. And at the end, he's going to be like, all right, Miyazaki, thank you for that paycheck. Here's your trophy. That's going to be it.
Yes.
But out of all these games, I want Astrobot to win. Because I want Sony to wake up and realize that we need their old IPs back. Bring back Ape Escape.
So that's who you want to win is Astrobot?
Yes.
Okay.
But
and who do you think is going to win?
Of course, the one that paid. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Like, that's who's.
You should be careful making accusations like that. I know you're messing around, but you should really.
I know. I should. That's all right. That's right.
Freedom of speech, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
I'm with James.
I got mine. Should I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for the record, my game of the year is not on this list. My game of the year is Stellar Blade for sure.
We know.
Okay.
I thought it was my Honor game.
I'll put it in parentheses.
Put in parentheses. Bryant picks Stellar Blade. But out of this list, I want and think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to win. I loved Astrobot, but I consider Astrobot to kind of be like the mini golf course, like the best mini golf course you could ever go to. Like, it's so fun and innovative, and it's easy to get into, hard to put down, so many things to collect, and all the sights and sounds and fireworks and all that. But at the same time, like 7 Rebirth just has this battle system, the story, the lore, the cast, it's a very put together package. It's like a whole golf course, and there's something to be said for the epicness of it. So I'll go with Rebirth for both.
I want Metaphor to win, but I think Archery is going to win Game of the Year.
Oh man,
I want to echo Bryant in saying that my Game of the Year was also not on this list, and that is
Dragon Quest 3.
So
yeah, or Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah, I would say Dragon Quest 3, because it's a remake, even though it's an amazing remake. I do want to give it to a game that's brand new, and I want to give it to Unicorn Overlord. I think it's amazing in terms of everything it brings to the table. It's very unique, and I feel that shoot, I forgot what the name of the developers are. Vanillaware.
What?
Of Unicorn Overlord. Vanillaware doesn't get as much. What's the right word I'm looking for?
You never played 13 Sentinels, did you?
I've been wanting to pick it up.
It's so
and
good.
It was on sale.
It's been on sale for $15 too.
Because I know the minute I pick it up, it's gonna come to PC. I know it. It happens to every game.
I double dip all the time. I quadruple dip, man.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know about that one, honestly. Because Vanillaware is the ones that made 13 Sentinels, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they made 13 Sentinels, Dragon's Crown.
Well, did they ever release a PC game in the past already?
No.
Yeah, and the thing is, they already said that they had no plans on releasing Unicorn Overlord onto PC either. So I feel you should be safe on buying 13 Sentinels either on Switch or on PS4 or something like that. Yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
So. Hey, Hancock FF14, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you jumping in. We did talk some Final Fantasy XIV earlier, so maybe that's why. But yeah, no, I like Unicorn Overlord. I think is amazing. It's an amazing game. I think it deserves more recognition. I feel like it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. And Vanillaware themselves, because when 13 Sentinels came out, I only heard about it because people were talking about it. And they were saying how amazing it was. And it's not people, I'm not talking about articles like IGN or anything like that. It's word of mouth from other human beings work at IGN, right? But other people that are not in the games media or anything like that. And that's how I heard about the 13 Sentinels. And I still want to pick it up for sure.
No, James, it was AI all along. We've been lying to you.
Yeah, right. IGN's run by AI the whole time. We'll find that out.
Right, so you want Unicorn in your world like I want Stellar in mine. So what do you think is going to win, and what do you want to win?
Oh yeah, I said I would want Astrobot to win, but I think Shadow of Erdtree is going to win.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow of Erdtree to be on this list, there's got to be a reason, because otherwise there's no reason for it to be on this list.
That's why I'm going to go with my logic here. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just saying.
It's not bad logic. It's just I refuse to be that cynical.
I won't say the words that rhyme with honey, right? I won't say the words that rhyme with honey, but I feel like this. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen.
Money from Kingdom Hearts. MUNN, or how do you spell it? How do you spell money?
MUNNY.
MU something.
Yeah, MUNNY.
MUNNY.
I won't say Gil. Okay, I won't say Gil. Gil was not spent here. Oh man. But I'm sorry. Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree has no. It won last year. Was it last year or the year before that?
2 years ago. Last year it was.
It was in the spotlight already.
Baldur's Gate last year.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It had its year. If it's not Elden Ring 2. I don't know. And most people say, you need to buy Elden Ring, be halfway into the game to actually get to this. You can't just buy Erdtree and then go right into it.
You straight up have to defeat one of the bosses that's later on into the game. He's like one of the shard. He's literally one of the shard bearers, and I forgot his name, but he's the Lord of Blood. You kill him, and then you go behind his throne, go straight to the cliff, and then you jump off. That's your DLC right there. and it's going to be a whole nother world and stuff. Now the thing is, you have to like go through so many obstacles just to get there to begin with. So it's already like, bro, why?
You played it, Ash? You played Shadow of the Tree?
I have friends that played it before. I'm going to go into it as soon as I can, if anything, since I've already done with the base game, 100% everything in the base game. But once I pick it up, I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. It's pretty much going to be a really good DLC. It's not a game. It's not a game. That's the thing. So like, there's nothing wrong with the DLC. It's just why can we get a DLC of the year or something like that? I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure nobody has objectives to that, but no, we're calling this DLC a game. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, and the thing is, I know, Brian, you said earlier that I'm being hella cynical. Here's the thing.
I'm not saying you're wrong either.
No, it's just Jeff Keighley himself is so hypocritical on what he says half the time, right? He wants to say that the Game Awards is here for the gamers, by the gamers, but so far there've been so many blunders on what they chose for nominees for certain categories. They, at the last minute, you can straight up look this up via freaking Wayback Machine, that they want to categorize DLCs as games for the game of the year. Like, listen, at this point, am I really cynical at that point?
Like,
maybe rightfully so.
I mean, I feel that I do feel that the only reason Celebrate is not on this list is because of the controversy and
the sexual stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like that's exactly the only reason why it's not on this list. Where as a game, if I don't know, like I'm in the opinion that if a game's a form of art, right, regardless of what that art's about, you should judge it by its creativity in general.
Amen,
right?
James.
Is it a good game or not a good game, regardless of anything it is? Shadow of the Tree is a DLC. That is it. It's not a full game.
Yeah,
like Celebrate should be in it. Like, you know,
I will gladly have Celebrate replace that. I will gladly have Celebrate replace that, or any other game replace that game. Persona 3 Reload. Like,
what is it?
What is this? What is this awards ceremony called again?
The Game
Awards. Jeff Keighley Awards.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with James. The Jeff Keighley Awards. Yeah, let's start with that. Let's stick with that at this point.
That's all right. So sooner or later we'll have the Random Encounter Awards where we go ahead and give out these awards. We'll get Miyamoto in here and interview him and stuff like that. We'll do that. We'll get
lofty aspirations.
We'll get Shift Up in here and be like,
oh man, I'd love to shake their hand.
We'll do all of that. We'll just have Brian. We'll get all of Bryant's Game of the Year's nominees here. All their nominees. Silent Hill 2. We'll get Blooper Team in here to discuss Silent Hill 2 and all that.
Oh man, I got so much to say.
Look, I know a good half of my friends are saying that this is going to be Game of the Year mainly because, like, listen, it's just obvious. Mm-hmm. It's obvious. They're like pointing at you. Like, it's just they're pointing everything to this DLC. That's the problem. Yeah. And they did this at the last minute.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I agree with you, Ash. Like, it just pointing to it. Like, why would you change the rule if not for this to be who you want to win, right? Like,
they could have simply avoided this. Let's go with the argument. Hey, they don't want to put Stellar Blade up there because of sexual thing. Okay, they could have just put Persona 3 Reload up there.
It definitely deserved it more. It definitely deserved it more than Shadow for sure.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, man.
Let me see. Where's the voting board on here?
Oh Lord.
Like, cause I know there's a thing
advisory maybe on the top, maybe
advisory, yeah, most likely.
Well, the advisory board helps guide and advance submission in the game, but I don't think these are like the people who are actually.
No. There's a thing that shows all the media and all the media outlets that have like voters or something like that.
Yeah,
I saw that list recently.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Rewind. About maybe, or let me try about, or maybe back after that. No, more process.
Fury of 100.
Here we go. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Easy Allies.
Like, digital trend. Look, Entertainment Weekly.
Like,
well, obviously IGN's in there. So there's that.
Isn't Giant Bomb not around anymore? Is it Giant Bomb that's not around, or is it? I'm thinking of somebody else.
GameSpot is still around. I don't know if like who has affiliation to Giant Bomb anymore. Like I don't know how the selling or like what the entity is or whatever, but they both still exist, I think.
I've never heard of Inverse or did Jeff.
Jeff Gerstmann was Giant Bob, I thought.
Okay.
Rolling Stone, kind of funny.
Who invited LA Times?
I don't know.
Rolling Stone.
Healy.
New York Times. Wirecutter. I don't know what MinMax is, so I can't really say.
Polygon, Pride, Atlantic, Touch Arcade, NPR.
Like some of these guys, their main focus is not even on
NPR,
games.
Variety.
Well, they speak for the everyman.
Yeah. Then UK. I don't know any of these UK people. No offense to UK people. The Guardian's UK? I thought that was always American, but
apparently
I did not know. And global. Argentina. Cultura Geek. Australia. Belgium. Oh, there's a lot of people on this board. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Oh, there's Screen Rant. Interesting.
Yeah, Screen Rant. They're Canadian. Did not know that either. Mobile Syrup. Sounds Canadian. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that I don't know here, so just going based off like the US stuff, like there's a lot of like casual stuff, right? You gotta have,
there's casual and hardcore gamers on there, I think.
There's a lot
it's
of
just
people
the problem is who's going to be
okay. I'm done scrolling through all these things. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, who's going to be the common denominator in this scenario?
Esports also, look, the esports had to be in there. What? Why is Luis Santana from Brazil have the Game Awards logo? Oh, maybe because they don't have
placeholders.
Yeah,
placeholders.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Now that I see, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like everybody else, or like Bryant rather, I feel like Celebrate deserved it. Like a shout out to Erdtree should be on a lot of these nominations. Persona 3 Reload should have been on the. What was it? Was it Best RPG that Shadow of Erdtree was on? Those are one of the categories. Yeah, and like Persona 3 Reload should have been on there. Honestly, it's just sad, I guess, for lack of better words, that it's not. Unfortunately.
Which, by the way, I'm hoping to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I hope you'd be proven wrong.
Hopefully we'll get here. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we're all wrong. And maybe something else wins. Like honestly, if anything else wins, but shout out to your tree, I'll be happy. And that's not to say I don't like Elden Ring. We stream Elden Ring together and we enjoy it. So it's not that we don't like Elden Ring. Well, I mean, I don't know what your feelings are, Brian. I know you say you're not a big Souls game fan to begin with.
I respect it.
Yeah.
But again, it's kind of like 14 where I wish so badly I could get into it, but it's too complicated for me. It overwhelms me.
Yeah.
But I respect it. Like I love the art direction. I love how desolate it feels, and it's just so like mysterious and ambiguous. And but it gets a little too ambiguous for me. So yeah.
Yeah, my problem with the shout out the Erdtree DLC is that it's gonna get flamed on by the tons of people that haven't even played the DLC yet because it got nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah,
where it shouldn't have, right? Because objectively, it's a really good DLC. At first, it had a lot of controversy because people were saying it's too hard or something like that. Then later on, it died down and stuff. Yeah. But now it's going to go through a new set of controversy because unwanted controversy because it got nominated as a game, not as a DLC. It's unfortunate.
It is. But that is everything that we have for today. We will be doing a live stream at the Game Awards when it does happen live. So definitely tune in with us and we'll get to see who actually wins in terms of overall picks. We'll be doing all this together. So please join us. Share the channel. Have everybody else join us so we can party together and see how things go. And of course, as always, the Game Awards does usually have some announcements. We'll probably get some more Monster Hunter Wilds. We know Brian's favorite thing. We'll probably get another trailer for that.
I'm gonna smash this microphone into my head.
But hopefully we get some cool surprises as well. Before we end this stream, I do want to do a segment that I actually kind of want to do maybe part of every podcast. I'm going to call it the Quarters of Time. All right, are you ready for this?
Okay.
In 2008, there was a collaboration between a gaming giant and another giant in the RPG space. It was a collaboration that's very similar to one that happened back in, hold on, I forgot what the year was for this one. Hold on. Sorry, I should have had the year for this one. Please forgive me. Back in, that is not the right year.
I thought you had this segment all planned out, James.
I did, but I forgot to get the year for this. So it was similar to a collaboration that happened in 1996, just with a different studio altogether. You guys know what game I'm talking about?
Wait, repeat the question again.
It's not really a question, more of a statement. But in 2008, a collaboration happened between a gaming giant and an RPG giant. It was on
what
DS,
system?
on the Nintendo DS.
Wait.
And it was something that honestly a lot of people never thought would be a thing, and it's one of those things that they haven't revisited again. Similar
Kingdom
to
Hearts.
another RPG that came out in 1996.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was also a collaboration.
Wait, hold up. 2008, you said on DS.
2008 on DS, an RPG collaboration between a gaming publisher giant, I guess you could say, and an RPG giant.
Okay, I give them this one. I don't know.
I'll give you another hint. It is the 1996 RPG that has that's like I said, similar. It's Super Mario RPG that was collaborated between Square Enix and Nintendo.
Oh, I know. Is this that Sonic Brotherhood game?
Yes, Sonic.
I was thinking about that one. That was crazy. I was like, no way it can be that one. No way.
Yeah, I was
thinking. Is it the Dark Brotherhood?
Yeah,
Dark
Sonic
Brotherhood.
Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah. Have any of you guys even played this game?
Yeah.
No.
No. It's actually pretty good. It's
it's
made.
good.
It was a collaboration between Sega and BioWare,
Mhm.
which is that RPG giant, which is interesting. And like I said, it mirrors kind of like Square Enix and Nintendo, because Square Enix at the time was the giant. In this case, in 2008, BioWare was the giant because of Mass Effect, and of course we had KOTOR and all the other great games that came out at that time from BioWare. So yeah, it was an interesting collaboration, and yeah, the game's actually really good. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend trying it out. It's a good RPG. Honestly, better than what I thought it would be.
I was a Sonic head, so I had to pick that one when I first came out. So, yeah.
But yeah, just want to share that little bit of information. It's in, like I said, I want to call this segment Corridors of Time. You guys know what Corridors of Time is from, hopefully.
Yes, one of my favorite songs of all time in the gaming world.
Yes.
Are you talking about
Chrono Trigger?
Because the song Stairs of Time?
No,
Corridors of Time from Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
How could you forget Corridors of Time?
Dude, it's like
I
one of
remember
the best.
Stairs from Time from .hack. If you play that one,
.hack
You
is
should
amazing
take that out of your memory banks and go listen to Corridors, because it's one of the best songs ever, my friend.
You haven't heard Stairs of Time yet?
It's
not good. Corridors, man.
Well, Corridors of Time is better though. You gotta put it. You gotta listen. You know what song it is. Everybody should know what song this is.
Yeah, I had it in our game when I did our memory cards game. I had that as a song, and I don't remember who got it, but somebody got it.
I don't know. I think it was me. It had to be me.
Okay.
All right. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and follow over on Twitch. Check out my latest video on the Retro Pocket Mini and all that other good stuff. Brian, where can they catch you at?
I am on Blue Sky at Red So Deep. That's one word.
What about you, Ash?
You're friendly at Ash Destroyum on Blue Sky, I think. So you can find me there now. So I haven't posted anything on there, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
What about you, Fan?
You can catch me at Phaneckswhy on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube.
And as always, you can catch me here at the Random Encounter on Blue Sky as well as Twitter. Don't expect me to post a lot. I don't, but I do repost a lot of things that I see that get announced, because I basically go on social media mainly to follow the news. That's it. I don't care about anybody else's opinions.
Pretty much me too.
Yeah, it's all about news for me. Once I see news, I like to repost it and talk about what's been announced and all that other good stuff. And of course, you can catch me over on Twitch as well, like I mentioned earlier, simultaneously streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and of course, YouTube, both horizontal and vertical. Thanks for watching once again. Thank you, Fan. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Brian. And we will see you guys next time. Have a happy Thanksgiving as well.